Give them a call today. Guess what? I got Dennis in the house today. He is, well, you know what? I'm going to just ask the question because that answers it all. Please introduce yourself and the office you're currently seeking.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Dennis Freundt. I'm half owner of the grocery outlet here in town. I am seeking the office to be a member of the city council
Okay.
in Bishop. Yes, I should say that too. Yeah.
City council in
Yes,
Bishop. Well, those
city
are
council
the
in
only
Bishop.
city councils that we're actually interviewing, so you've been okay.
Sounds good.
How long have you lived in the area, Dennis?
We moved here in October of 2018 to open our store.
Okay. Wow. And what a wonderful job you've done.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a great, fast 6 years.
Okay, so what has driven you to the point to where you want to run for office?
For the last 15 or 20 years, I've always wanted to run for office. We moved from Clovis, and at the job that I had there, I just didn't have enough time to put my personal time into any sort of politics. I couldn't really do a whole lot because I was traveling a lot and working 70 hours a week and just really didn't know where I'd squeeze time in. When we moved up here, Sarah and I talked about it, and the time just wasn't right 6 years ago. And now our store is running really well. We have a great staff. Hopefully those of you that shop there will agree with that. And it frees me up to do other things. We've always given back to the community, and this was just the next step for me to give back to the community, use some of my intelligence and my retail and business acumen to help the city.
It kind of goes into the next question. You probably just slightly answered it there, but why do you think you're the best person for this job?
I would say I would answer that two ways. The first one, I don't have my own personal agenda. Everything that I want to accomplish or that we will accomplish is for the betterment of the city. It's very bipartisan. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It is whatever's best for the city is what we're going to accomplish. And then the other thing, I know I'm not afraid to say I don't know something. I'll look it up. I'll do research. I'll take the time and really dig into subjects and make sure whatever we do, we're going to do correctly, communicating that well to the public. So those are the two things that I would say.
Wow. Can you briefly share any ideas or plans, if elected, that you'd like to do or implement?
I'm not really sure what is going to come over the next 2 years. The three things to me that are most important: the housing problem in Bishop. We have to think outside the box, try and be creative. We know we're not going to gain more land, working with DWP if possible. The infrastructure, how do we get into 2030? It's 2024 now.
Right.
In 3 years, if we don't have a plan to get into 2030, we're going to be behind. We're going to have more 60-year-old sewage pipes hanging out. We're not going to have new things. So it's really projecting through planning, budgeting. The people, the department heads that the current city council has hired and run the departments are fabulous. I've met with most of them. Great group of people.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to worry about bodies. It's just the physical infrastructure and stuff. How do we move forward?
Right. So you got to work as a team, but how do you think you'd be able to implement some of those plans? You kind of already answered it, but I got to ask the question anyway. How would you implement those plans?
To implement the plans, I think if it's a big item, obviously through committee, through other people's opinions, get the value from the department heads. What do they think? How do they think we're going to roll out something new in the fire department? How would Chief Russell want to do that? Mm-hmm. And then get with the city council and see if they agree. Do we have the budget? Is the timeline realistic? What else is in the plans? And then just really put our best foot forward and move. And then make sure we're communicating those things to the city of Bishop. We'd love to see more people at the city council meetings that are open to the public.
Right.
And 4 people show up and it's a hot topic. It's really hard to get great feedback.
Yeah, everybody loves to complain on social media, but when it comes push to shove.
Yeah, you have the outside, 1% of the people. You have the higher maintenance people and the very low maintenance people. But the 98% in the middle are the ones that we have to try and drive everything for.
Right. Well, good answers there. We're done with the serious questions. Unless you have something that you want to share, you do have the opportunity to make a quick statement if you'd like to.
No, I just, I appreciate everybody that's been coming into the store and with their support. I think it's great. You know, feel free to reach out to me at the store. I'm there all the time. I created a email address. It's Freundt for City Council. So it's my last name, the number 4, citycouncil at yahoo.com. If you want to shoot a question to me there,
Okay.
feel free to do that. Or again, just pop into the store.
I'll have you write it down and we'll put it up on this as well for people that are watching later. Okay, so moving on to the fun questions. What is one of your favorite things to do in the Eastern Sierra? And I mean, you can keep, it's not driving over to Vegas to go
Oh, well,
watch hockey. So
one of my
right
favorite
here.
things is unfortunately driving to Vegas
I
and
know.
watching hockey. It's a season ticket holder there. But one of my favorite things to do here is to just get on a razor and go driving around and just enjoying the sights. You know, we saw more in one trip in our razor. We just bought it last year. And we saw more in one trip of the valley than we did in the 5 years before, because you're not on the beaten path.
No.
You can just go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
And it is so much fun just everywhere. We went up to White Mountain Research Center, up Silver Canyon a couple of weeks ago. It's just so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's quiet, and
It almost looks like when you get up there further enough because of the Dolomite, it almost looks like you're on the moon.
it is wonderful. I mean, it's heaven. It really is.
Yeah.
There's no place that I'd rather be than Bishop, and being out in the middle of nowhere just is amazing.
All right, so going out in the razor, enjoying the outdoors. Do you have any hobbies?
I like to ride my bike. I have a mountain bike, a gravel bike, and a road bike. At one point I was riding 150, 200 miles a week.
Wow.
That was back when I weighed like you. I weighed a very light amount. Unfortunately, life has kind of caught up, and I can't get out that much.
Yeah.
But that is what I really love to do.
All right, and then we're coming to the finale. What is your favorite classic rock song?
My favorite classic rock song is by the Animals, "House of the Rising Sun."
And we're going to play that now. Thanks for coming in, Dennis, and doing this interview. It'll be up on Laughing Parrot Productions YouTube channel, as well as on Facebook at Sierra Wave Media.
Thank you, Jason, for your time. I really
welcome.
appreciate it.